All right, Thursdays. Let's check it out. We have write the next first 5 patterns of a numerical pattern that begins with 2 and then adds 3. So they're saying from top to bottom, it adds 3. So I will change it a little bit so I'm not giving you tomorrow's answer, and I'll say, write the next first 5 terms with a numerical pattern that begins with 8 and then adds 3. So 8 and 3, so 8, and then 9, 10, 11, and then 9, 12, 10, 13, 11, 14, 12, 15. See how the pattern is the top number plus 3 equals the bottom number? So that's a term, that's a term. Cool. Some ways to talk about this is I like to call the top portion X and the bottom portion Y. And all you would say is, like, the relationship here is X plus 3 equals Y. All that's saying is, it's a fancy schmancy way of saying the top number, which I'm just going to call X, plus 3 is the bottom number, which I'm going to call Y. All right, so don't overthink it. I know this starts to, students in the past at least, start to freak out when it comes to these patterns and terms in talking about them. So the second one says, complete the table. The top row begins with a 5 and then adds 5, and the bottom row begins with a 20 and then adds 20. Okay, so this is different. The first box was talking about going from the top number to the bottom number every time it's adding 3. This one is talking about make a quick graph. Don't judge my graph. It says the top row begins with 5 and then adds 5. The bottom row begins with 20 and then adds 20. Now they're talking about just the bottom row going over. That's its pattern going this way. The 5's pattern is it begins with a 5 and then its pattern going this way each time. Okay? So I don't want to give it away too much, but it's a little different from the first box, even though it sounds similar. Third box, complete the table. Complete the table. Number of songs, cost in dollars. Okay, so it has X, its X is number of songs. So let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4. I know there was an extra one, but that's okay. And then it said number of songs over here. I'll just put an X. And its Y was how much it costs. Let's say this is my pattern. How much is it per song? Well, here it's $5 per song. Because one song is $5, 2 is 10, 3 is 15, 4 is 20. And then what would the relationship of the songs and cost be? My relationship from the songs is songs, which I will call X. You don't have to. You could literally write out the word songs. Times 5 equals Y, which is songs. So my relationship is songs multiplied by 5 is how much it's going to cost you, which is a fancy way to say X times 5 equals Y. And there's other ways to do it. Instead, you could say Y divided by 5 equals X. That's fine too. Whatever the amount of money is, if you divide that by however many songs that you played, that's going to equal, sorry, if you divide it by 5, that's going to equal how many songs you played. And then what would it cost to download 6 songs? Well, I can use my formula if I'm feeling fancy and say, for me, I could say 6, which is the amount of songs, times 5 equals how much it costs. So in my equation, it's $30. Okay? All right. So that's it for Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're all excited to hear my joke. That's great. You will be disappointed. Okay, how do you know? How do you know when it was raining cats and dogs? Usually you know right after you step in the puddle. No promises. I told you you'd be disappointed. I'm sure maybe one person laughed. Maybe someone humored me and laughed. All right. Thank you for working on your math with me. Tomorrow you'll have your challenge questions. Tomorrow I'll post another video. And tomorrow might be the last video of the week. And then I'll kind of evaluate how things went this week and tweak things as need be. All right. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you.